Hello, everybody. Bobby here for Full Tilt Weather. Been a minute since I've needed to do one of these. Uh, this one kind of justifies it. Possibility of a hurricane. Numerous models thinking possibly into the Gulf. Coming in the late part of the month, maybe into the early part of next month. Currently, we do have Fiona spinning out here. Fixing to become a cat too. But this is leading to the high bracket moving. So this is GFS right here, Global Forecast Set, our Global Forecast Model. This is what's noted as the American Model Set. There's Fiona. Strong storm coming up south. Okay, we'll take a look at this from the whole island region down here. Stronger storm expected to initiate. The high bracket moves out to the north because it's sucking into Europe right now. That's the reason Fiona is kind of not so much threat for the United States. And another thing is we have had another high form right along this line right here. We have a high formed right now. That's the reason we're not seeing any severe weather over the southern part of the United States currently. Moves Fiona out. By this time, the other high's got a hold of it, just pulls it to it. Well, here's our other problem. Just south of Puerto Rico. Forms up. A lot of models are thinking we could see initiation by tomorrow. And as I had posted on the page, we're already seeing some radar in some satellite indication, some satellite indication of a possible formation south of Fiona. Models expected to come into better air. The high bracket moves to the north, slips in right underneath it. Moves into real good water, which is going to be right here around the Dominican Republic. In between the Dominican Republic and so that would be Honduras. Begins to explode. If these numbers are right, that's pretty silly. I wouldn't put a lot of store into these numbers, but 920 millibar would be sixth strongest tropical weather storm in human history. It's way too early to start talking about that. But there's definitely a threat. Okay, so we're going to go through the ECM WRF, our weather forecast model, the European weather forecast model, aka the Euro, or European. Okay, same scenario here. Stronger storm, just targeting a different area. So our base right now would be from Mobile or maybe Pensacola over to around Corpus Christi. It would kind of be our outline right now. Euro on long range. Same thing. See that high move? Boxing Fiona right now. High begins to move out of the way. It's already sucked into the lower high by this point. Pulls Fiona out. Opens up a jet straight through the island region into the Gulf of Mexico. Same outlook. And it's thinking it still would be rather strong. But like I said, relying on numbers like this, 10 days out is definitely an extreme betting game. But the Euro's not going to go all the way out, so it's going to put it right here in the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, so let's switch over to the CMC, which is the Canadian model. This is our this is a long range model for Canada. It's showing the exact same thing happening, but a much weaker storm occurring right here. And it may be hitting Brownsville or down around the northern part of Mexico. Either way, this is definitely something we need to be aware of and continue to be watchful of. The possibility of this is pretty high because we know this high bracket's moving. This is not rocket science. If the high begins to move like this, you're opening all this area underneath up. And since you're already beginning to get smaller formation, I don't know. But, I'm definitely would say I'm worried about this one. The only thing we can do now is continue to watch it going forward. Whenever the new sets come out, I will post them on the page. The Facebook page, for sure. But this is kind of what we're looking at right now. And I know I have a lot of friends that have been messaging me about it. And there are people like me that are already beginning to talk about it because people deserve to know there's a possibility. Is this concrete? Not by any means. Is it something to watch? Yes. The probability, I'm going to say, is 50-50. Because we know the high is going to move. We're already getting the formation. We know it's coming into better water. All arrows point to the probability of this occurring. The last couple I've said, yeah, not much of a chance. That's a low chance. Here's some model runs. That's a low chance. Not much of a chance. This one's got a chance. Hopefully, what these models are showing is not the outcome. Maybe we get another storm forming in. Here's another possibility that the models are not showing, but is possible. So the super low that's come down off of Alaska, it's not something I've covered on the page. They were getting 130 mile an hour winds yesterday, large amounts of flooding. Some of you may have heard about it. Well, that's going to come down into here. Whenever it does, that could easily rebound into a high, continue to put a high across the eastern side of the United States. That would be enough to knock it out. That appears to be the primary probability to stop this right now. Unless the models are just playing games with us. But I don't think so, because this has been a trending outcome by numerous models for weeks. And like I said, we're already seeing initiation. So it's definitely something to watch. Not trying to scare anybody. Just something we need to keep an eye on right now. A couple weeks or a week, that may change completely. This may be completely gone. Guys like me are not up every 3 hours looking at models, digging numbers, and sleeping an hour and going back through it. And y'all guys ain't got to think about it. But this is a possibility right now. Thank y'all for watching. Bobby here for Full Tilt Weather. I'm out of here whenever I can find my flip off here.